it's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So for today's video, we are back with another apartment makeover or renovation. So as you guys can see, this was renovated for a single sim and I definitely kept Salem in mind for this apartment. So as you guys know, this apartment was definitely in need of some TLC, to be honest. It is disgusting, not gonna lie. The wallpaper needs some painting, it needed some cleaning, and a little bit of elbow grease on the floors. So I ended up coming in here and I definitely kept Salem in mind for this whole entire renovation. So definitely kept within like a little bit of a masculine feel to it, but it definitely is fit for if Salem was to get a partner or something. We have like the double bed. And for now, because like I said, I kept Salem in mind for this renovation, we do have an extra little space up by the bathroom that I ended up making for a closet, but I just kind of felt like if Salem was to eventually like start a family, that you would for sure be able to kind of like expand that out a little bit, have an extra bedroom for your children, and yeah, it would be good to go. So the bathroom is definitely large as well, so if you wanted to shrink it up, I mean, it's not that big, but if you did have a family, just because this apartment is really small, like originally when you walked in, you walked through like that weird little hallway area, and then there was the kitchen with the really old and beat up counters, and then it had like the living room. I think this one even had that little hookah machine as well, or the bubble blower with like that old dingy like sofa over in the living room. So this one, like I said, we just needed to get in here and really update this for Salem. So just kind of picture maybe Salem has kind of been saving his money, working his butt off, and has finally been able to do some renovations in this apartment. So like I said, I did try to keep this fit for him. So we have like a lot of blues and grays, and I really just wanted to play around with like a masculine feel to it, just because typically I don't do like these colors, and definitely was a nice change. I do want to get into doing like some of these darker builds as well. I do have a couple other builds that I have already finished, and it definitely pulled in with the darker. I actually used blackwood flooring, which I haven't used in a really long time. And it's kind of funny because when I first started my channel, I was like completely obsessed with using that black, it's kind of like a black glossy flooring from City Living, because that's kind of when I first started playing Sims 4 around that time. And I feel like every single one of my builds, to be honest, had that black wood flooring. I was like completely obsessed with it. Even if I was to like have enough money to put like really nice flooring in my own home, I think I would go with like a darker, like almost black but like brown color. I think it's called like espresso maybe. But yeah, so I do have a ton of things coming up. So I am actually going to the States for the first week of November. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot of pre-recorded stuff for next weekend, and you're probably going to be hearing a really tired voice in those videos. But I do have a lot of builds coming up. I do already have 3 apartment makeovers filmed for later this week and into next week. One of them is actually really nice. I did this small, I'm trying to think what the title was of, but it's like this super teeny tiny home build that I did. Oh, the container home. I think it was based on the container home that I did. That was like a couple of weeks ago, and like not many people watched it. And it was like one of my favorite interiors. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna like redo that, and I'm gonna bring in the tiles and stuff that I used for an apartment build. So you guys, when you see the home that has like the black wood flooring, just keep in mind that that is actually based off the container home build that I did. And the container home wasn't really that tiny. Like we even had like a really spacious bedroom because it had like a little pull-out space and stuff like that. So this apartment, I also wanted to make sure that it was not cluttered, and it also did not have like too much stuff, because if you remember, originally Salem didn't really have that much stuff laying around either, other than like the bubble machine and a few things over like where the living room was. I feel like he just didn't have enough furniture to like put his stuff away. Like I don't feel like it was really that messy. I just feel like he didn't have a lot of money, so he didn't really have that much storage spots for his furniture, so we kind of came in here and updated it for him. So yeah, you guys can see where that little closet is with like the dresser and the like hanging clothes and stuff. That could definitely be converted over into like a nursery as well. So I also don't know how I have forgotten about this brick wallpaper. This is one of my favorites, and as I was doing this apartment, I was like, oh, wait a minute, how have I not used this wallpaper in so long? And it actually really pulled together in this apartment absolutely perfectly. It had the gray with like the little blue, the smoky blues in it, which really goes well with the kitchen tiles and that really blonde. I like to call it blonde wood. I don't know what the color is, but it just really fit. And you guys know I always love adding either tiles or brick onto walls because I feel like it just adds that little amount of like, makes it look pulled together without having to really like clutter things up as well. So yeah, I've actually been back into Netflix. So you guys always hear me talk about asking you guys what different things that I should watch on Netflix. So I have completely caught up to date with Riverdale, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but oh my gosh, the last one that I watched, you guys, I bawled and bawled and bawled like a baby, and I am such a crier when I watch like those kind of like scenes and stuff, but yeah, I'm like still not over it. So I'm like now watching Murderous Affairs, which if you guys know, I don't know why I've always been obsessed with like watching true crime. Like I used to be really obsessed with listening to My Favorite Murder, but I kind of like stopped listening to them just because I felt like it wasn't, they didn't really talk as much about the crime. They did like a lot of other like chatty stuff. So if you guys have any podcasts that are like true crime that you can recommend, definitely let me know down in the comments, because I also have been getting back into running as well. I'm so out of shape. I basically die 5 times when I'm like trying to get back into running. I am so out of shape, but honestly, things have been a little bit nuts here for 2019. Like I am so ready for 2020. So one thing that I have started to do is really focus on like getting myself back in shape, because definitely have neglected that with like work and real life stuff. So just trying to like get back into doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a struggle, especially when it's been a while since you have like done anything like that. But one of my goals for 2020 is definitely to get back into doing like my runs and yeah, those kind of things, because I do miss like collecting my medals. It's the only thing that I'm like proud of every time like I complete one of them. But yeah, so that's kind of what I have been working for 2020. Definitely let me know, you guys, what are some things that maybe you have been neglecting about yourself that for next year, or even now that you are wanting to like get back into it. So one thing that I kind of had to tell myself was like, 2020 is gonna come whether I work on that kind of stuff or not. So I just started getting back into it, and yeah, it's been a struggle for sure. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed how this apartment turned out, and of course my little chatty voiceovers. So you guys are gonna be able to enjoy some more chatty voiceovers. Like I said, it's just been really fun getting back into doing more of these builds, so I can kind of like chat with you guys and fill you in on some things that's like going on in real life. It's just a really fun, easy way. And since I haven't been streaming since the summer, I feel like I haven't really been able to talk to you guys that much. So let me know if you guys enjoy the chatty builds, or if you're just like, no, can you just please talk about the build and the inspiration and stuff like that. But definitely make sure to let me know in the comments if you guys have been enjoying the chatty voiceovers. I do have a ton of builds coming up over the next 2 weeks. And yeah, so I hope that you guys like them. They will be available in the gallery. So if this is an apartment you guys did like and you want to place it in your game, you will be able to find that over there as well. So of course, make sure to give today's video a very big thumbs up. It always lets me know you guys did enjoy, and hopefully I'm gonna see you next time.